my way, I would convince most coaches that they need to get more human relations understanding. Because the old Bobby Knight approach to coaching, which is to yell and scream and insult, and if that doesn't work, you do it louder, and you call them worse names. Well, eventually it drove him out of Indiana, and he's retired. I think it was time to go, but he went down. He finished his career in Texas Tech, but he couldn't recruit anymore because his reputation was such that the very good athletes said, "No, I'm not going to go there. You can coach. You're a very good coach, but I don't need to be kicked in the butt every day and told I'm no good and sworn at." That was magical because I couldn't swim until I was 11. I went out and got a Red Cross instructor's manual so I could instruct classes, and then I bought a manual, Swimming and Diving, by the swimming and diving coaches at Iowa, which was at that time one of the leading swimming schools in the U.S., and it's still one of the leading diving schools. And it was competitive swimming and diving. So I learned to swim, and I ran a swimming club and organized swimming meets, and nobody ever drowned. So we must have done something right. But anyway, so when I went to the university, Maury was thinking of that. We're now going to open the new phys ed building. I went there in 1958. The new building, I think, opened in 1960. But in the meantime, he had me pegged to teach swimming in the BPE program and to coach football, to teach about 4 other things. So that's what happened. Among the pros, first of all, many of them are very sensitive. If you've got a guy that's got a guaranteed contract for $15 million for the next 3 seasons, you have to be very careful how you talk to him, whether you're a coach or not, because he can just, he's just hold it. He doesn't have to listen. And some of them don't think they should. And that's why I've got a lot of these pictures up and so on here, because a lot of Oilers sat in that, and a lot of other international athletes in that chair, and I was trying to give them some indication that I'd had some experience in this business, because I had guys say, literally, I had a pro athlete, and I worked with several pro teams in the American League as well as here, say, "Who the hell are you? What makes you think you can tell me anything that's going to be helpful?" We came in my budget, in my division, we came in 40% under budget. Because instead of paying for a tremendous amount of the actual construction that we had to do, the building of award stands, and there was about 200 special items that had to be designed and built, and signage, that was in my division. We got prisoners from Fort Saskatchewan. We had a skeleton staff of skilled craftsmen, carpenters, tinsmiths, electricians, sign makers, and we brought these young people in, bussed them in every day, and so about 40 of them, we didn't have to pay them. But our people on our board couldn't believe that we'd get any work out of them. They said, "How come we have trouble getting work out of people who we're paying whatever the going wage is?" And I said, "Well, what these guys are getting is self-respect." I was mediocre as an athlete, and that's exaggerating a little bit, but so that the pride it gave me, I know that a lot of people who are aware of the fact that I was inducted into both the University of Alberta Wall of Fame and the Alberta Hall of Fame, I would say, how is this guy going into any Hall of Fame? He was a terrible athlete, and I was. So it it was a vindication that while I wasn't an outstanding athlete at all, I have made a contribution in sport in Alberta.